let's do a little story time and some unboxing. So over the years, I have collected these Tomex, Thomas the Tank Engine Tomex cars. I love them, they're great. Thomas was one of my big favorite things back in the day. But it's really, really awesome that they make these in N scale now. So this was the first one I bought, was a Percy, because it was super cheap for normally what they go for. I forget what I paid for it, but it was a while back. I got this in like 2018, 17, something like that, a while ago. Which is great. You can go there, zoom out a little bit. I also got Thomas right after. He's awesome too. He looks legit right out of the show. He of course came with his own Anna and Clarabelle. Oop, there they are. Happy as ever. So that's cool. And then I also got the James as well, which I don't think looks anything like the James in real life if you compare them, but whatever, it's still neat to have. And he can go here. He also came with some Mr. Scruffies, as I always called them as a kid. So I like that. Those troublesome trucks, really, really cool as well. Of course, this isn't... Oh no, James broke. No matter, it's just a little loop that comes off. It's easily fixable. So, stick them there. And then recently too, I ended up with a Toby, which is not Tomex. The other ones are Tomex. This one's actually the Bachmann, which normally I don't like so much, but this one worked out pretty good and works pretty good. No complaints since I got him, and he looks legit. Actually, the only complaints are that these should be open and not closed up and painted. It's a door, it should be open to the other side, but whatever. Nitpicking for sure. So there's the Thomas collection. I did see too that Gordon's coming out. Bachmann's making them finally. I've been wanting a Gordon N scale for years. So the fact that they are coming out with them, or maybe it's already launched, I don't know. I've seen the picture, it looks awesome, and I will love to get one day. But I was perusing eBay the other day, and I came across an auction, which I won for $15. So let me open it on up here, because I have not taken a look at this yet. I'll tell you right now, it's not an official like Thomas item, but when I saw them, I thought, hey, they actually might go really, really well with the Thomas sets. So obviously I already have Anna and Clarabelle. These are new coach cars that, if I can open, we'll take a peek. These are definitely older, and I didn't realize it at the time, but they're Arnold's. So that's some old school quality right there in the original box. Look at that. So for $15, all in, like that was with shipping and everything and taxes, I thought these would be pretty cool, and they look like they are part of the, they'd be rolling around Island of Sodor or somewhere. So that's awesome. It's a 3-pack. Again, what a deal for $15. That seems like a bargain. Even though these are like super old, you can tell they're really old. If I had to guess, like early 90s at the earliest. What does it say here? It does say made in Western Germany. So that predates the Cold War ending in 91. So these are probably from the 80s. But they're in great shape. I was looking at the pictures. Everything seemed pretty much there and intact. So there's some good detailing in here too, which is great. And it's a good popping color. Like I said, it feels like it should fit in the Island of Sodor quite well. They're a little bit longer than the Anna and Clarabelle ones, which look good on Thomas, but I think the James pulling these guys is gonna be legit. Percy, not so much. He's like too small for that kind of a thing. I tend to run him with the troublesome trucks. The first two I opened look all the same, but then you got this guy, which is, I guess, the male one, which usually looks a little bit different. So that's cool. It changes it up. And there you go. There's the whole shebang. As you do. Oh, I like them. I like them a lot for $15. I think they work well. Let me run it around with the James because I think that's the best one to pull. I'll throw Thomas on the other track too. Why not? Just to have something else running around the other side. When I get the Gordon, I think he'll look good too pulling these because the blue and the orange will really pop just like Thomas and Anna and Clarabelle does. Yeah, so let me get these out on the track and let's do a little runaround. Actually, another funny story. When I first started buying model trains, I naively thought this was my original display case, which I made. Like, I glued these tracks on and cut them up and put them on this little display case, which comes with a little plastic thing that goes over the top. And I naively thought that this would be plenty for all the engines I would buy. So obviously not the case, and it's kind of become my Tomix display, which I kind of keep on a different shelf. And I don't know, maybe this might not be enough too once I buy that Gordon. So we'll see what happens here. Oh yeah, I've been putting these on the track, and man, for old cars, they roll so smooth. I did not expect that, so that's great to see. Of course, because some of these older ones tend to not roll very well. And those wheels are squeaky clean too. I was looking at them for dirt and grime or something because, you know, they're used and 30, 40 years old. But they are like brand new. So I don't know if they've just never been used or the guy who had them like cleaned them very well. But I'm super impressed so far with how these things work and roll. That's great. All right, all lined up, looking awesome. Right out of the island of Sodor. Of course, we staged it right in front of our famous Thomas, made out of mini Lego bricks. So there's another James and Percy somewhere around the set too. So you might see that in passing. Like I said, I love Thomas. He's great. Probably why I like model trains now. Was watching that show growing up. All good fun, all good times. But we're in for better times here as we get to run some of these around. So let me start her up and let's see how it looks in motion. Alright, there they go. James is off on this way. Looking fantastic. A bit of a slow start there, as you saw. I actually haven't run these in a while, so not too surprised. Might need some oil. James is sounding a little raspy there. But no matter, it looks good in motion. Oh no. What happened? Oh, James, your wheel popped out for some reason. I don't know why, because these are set to go that way. Let me fix that. That was weird. James has been corrected. Off and running. And here comes Mr. Thomas. Doot. Alright, which one do you like better? Do you like Thomas with Anna and Clarabelle? Or James with his new coach cars? Obviously, Anna and Clarabelle are the OG, with these being new and not technically, Thomas, but at the same time, still looks good. Let me crank James up a bit. Here we go. Yes, sir. I think James needs some oil. He's definitely sputtering a bit and has that raspy sound. Huh? I think that's definitely worth a $15 right there. Having a double Coach Car Thomas ability now is pretty nice. Obviously, I have other Coach Cars too that can run with these, especially the smaller ones that aren't like super long. But I do like these. They fit the Thomas scheme so well. And the fun, you know, the fun layout of the Legos as well is very colorful as always. So having these Thomas models is always pretty nice to run against the Lego backdrop. Speaking of backdrop, there's the James. And speaking of Legos, I just finished this giant pirate ship, which I'll be doing a time lapse on the other channel, the Lego one. Of technically, I'm going to disassemble it, but it's going to look like I'm building it. At the beach, I'm going to go on location for that at the ocean. There's the meetup. Woo! Thomas always looks good. Look at that. That's like so legit from the show. James, on the other hand, I always thought looked off. Never quite looked right to me. Both of them are Atomics, not the Bachmann ones. Only Bachmann, like I said, I had is the Toby one. And maybe, hopefully soon, the Gordon. Whoa, James like really slowed down there. He picked back up. Alright, well there's the view, there's the look, there's the unboxing. I'll let James keep running off into the sunset here. He's got an express to take over and pick people up from, so... Thomas, on the other hand, is having fun too, running around, but that'll be it for this one. Stay tuned for more.